Hello and welcome. Here's what's coming up on Pride today. Leslie Jordan has tragically passed away. We have the latest. And hot off his Lifetime movie, Colton Haynes is spilling on his personal life in our new interview. And a new horror comedy is here. We have interviews from The Curse of Bridge Hollow. My name is Ricky Cornish. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at stories making headlines. Leslie Jordan has passed away. According to a report published earlier on Monday by TMZ, the beloved actor and comedian suffered from an unknown medical emergency while driving his BMW in Hollywood. It then led him to crash into the side of a building. The out actor was 67 years old and known mostly for his comedic roles in projects like Will and Grace, American Horror Story, and many more. He became a viral meme sensation during the early days of the pandemic for the popular comedic videos he would post on his Instagram account. Here's a little peek at a previous interview I did with Leslie.
Hi, Leslie. It's the pandemic king himself.
How are you? You and I, yes. Give me a good pandemic, honey. I flourish.
You thrived during the pandemic on Instagram. What's next for you?
I have a book coming out called What are y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's my book called? How y'all doing? It's just a really good time to be Leslie Jordan.
Well, moving on, we have an interview with Colton Haynes, the Teen Wolf heartthrob who's now busier than ever. The star is catching up with me on everything happening personally and professionally. Here's a look. I mean, Colton, not to age ourselves or anything, but I remember being in the middle school and the high school and everyone was talking about this heartthrob on Arrow. Everyone's talking about this heartthrob on Teen Wolf, which is it kind of surreal to think that was so long ago now and here you are doing these different projects.
It is wild to me because, I was part of the Tumblr generation where I was the main heading on Tumblr all the time. And when we started doing Teen Wolf, which was, a show that really wasn't supposed to be as big as it became, we were everywhere. We were ringing the bell at NASDAQ. We were all over billboards. It was this really special moment. And I think that it's weird to look back at now. It's so funny. Holland is calling me right now.
And for fans of horror comedies, this next film is for you. Our Rachel Smith is chatting with the stars of The Curse of Bridge Hollow. Let's take a look.
And I can't believe it was your very first family film, Marlon. Is that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy. I think because I was a teenage boy for so long, even in my head, I've always stayed at 19. I think that's what my sense of humor was. And then one day I was just like, let me grow up a little bit. And I looked up and I was 50 and I was like, let me do a horror comedy for the entire family. And along came The Curse of Bridge Hollow. Too bad my kids are too grown to enjoy it.
No, I think they will, because you know what I really liked about this movie is sometimes as a film critic, when you see the family films, it's like, oh, yawn, because it's only good for the kids. This one is edgy enough and entertaining enough for adults, but the scares aren't too terrifying where the kids are going to have nightmares. So you're going to have really good mix of that. I mean, Priya, I love how confident and self-assured your character is. Didn't you just connect with her right away?
Yes, I did. Me and Sydney definitely had some similarities. Just us being a teenager and growing up and going through that phase with our parents where we don't really want to be bothered and kind of want to break away from our family a little bit and just explore on our own.
But Stranger Things is a great training ground for this kind of film.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Stranger Things because it was my big role that I've ever gotten. It kind of prepared me for all my other roles in the future, especially this one because they're kind of with that supernatural thing, they kind of have that similarity. So yeah, I guess you could say that.
My name is Ricky Cornish. Thanks for joining me on Pride today. Check us out on Advocate Channel, streaming daily on YouTube.